Hello, welcome to RPA AutoBot. I am Sunil Devkude and I am going to cover one of the important topic of UiPath, that is RE framework without Q, that is by using Excel. So let's start with initial configuration of RE framework. So let's start with starting creation of project. Just click on Robotic Enterprise Framework. Write the name of our project. So RE without Q, and we are using Excel. So RE without Q Excel, just description Excel with RE. Just create project. So now our project is ready. Just click on open main workflow. You can see. So now our project is ready. Just click on open main workflow. You can see. Now before starting configuration, we must know where we should change in our project. So just click on the project folder, and in project folder just click on that. In data folder we have to keep all the files. Those files are required to perform operations in our RE framework. So we require two files. One is a Excel file and second one is a UiDemo application. So just copy these two files and paste in this data folder. So we first know what operations we have to perform. So what we have to do, this is the UiDemo application, and in UiDemo application just login by using username as admin and password as a password, and just click on login. So what we have to do, we have to enter these values after logging. We have to enter like cash in, out, honest check, not honest check. These values we have to enter, and then we have to click on accept. So from here we'll get these values. We have a transaction XLS file. In transaction XLS file we have three fields: cash in, honest check, not honest checks. So our bot will take these values 911.07 and same values from all these rows, and it will put here, and after putting one by one it will click on accept. So if the operation is successful, then we have to write the status. Since we are using Excel, we have to create one extra column, that is a status, and we have to write if first transaction is successful, then we have to write here success, second is successful, then write success, like that. So that is our actual task. Now you understood what we have to do. So let's start configuration of this RE framework. First task of configuration RE framework is modification of this config file. So in config file there are three sheets: settings, constant and assets. We have to change in settings. Now what applications we required? First one we requires UiDemo application, and second one we requires Excel sheet. So let's start with assigning path for Excel sheet. So path, we have a, since we are using in data folder, we require only last thing, that is a name of Excel sheet. Just copy till this only, and in config file write any name. For example, we are writing input file. Just copy paste here. First thing we have to give the file name. Second thing we need to give sheet name, input sheet, that is a key, and value, that is a sheet 1. So just write down sheet 1. Next we require path of a UiDemo app. Again same thing, we just requires last part of this path. Just copy paste in config file. Since we are using Excel and we are not using Q, this is not required to change. So that's it, the changes we required in a config file. You must remember carefully, this is the change we need in a config file. Now first part of this RE framework is done. Now moving towards second part. Now let's start configuration of all the states. First click on this initialization state. After clicking, first thing you have to change, that is the variable. In variable panel you can see transaction item, and the type, variable type of transaction item is a Q item. So whenever you find this Q item as a transaction item type, immediately change that Q item into data row. Just click on browse of types and just type data row. In system.data row you can get the variable type. So the transaction item variable type is changed. One more change you have to make, that is a transaction number you should start with 0, because since we are using Excel as data, our Excel rows start with the index 0, so you should change transaction number as a 0. So these two changes you should do at initially of your configuration. Now let's start configuration of init state. So in first run means this task will be executed only one time. So in first run we have to change only, we have to add only the things which will run only one time. So in first run what we'll do, we'll read data and add the values to the data table. So for adding the values, just take one sequence. So from activity panel take one sequence, and in sequence write down what we are doing. We are adding add data to data table. So first activity we need to create, we need to take, that is a read range activity. Before that we must use log message. It's best practice, you should use log message wherever we need, and we are using reading data from a file. So first thing we are taking log message, then take one read range activity. Workbook activity we are taking, any activity, Excel or workbook, both are okay. So in read range we have to give the path of the file. So just press Control space. In a config file we have stored the data. In config already we have given the path of our file, that is the input file. Copy, because most of times there might be spelling mistakes, so just copy and paste in config and to string. So that is the path of our file. Second thing, we need to give the path of sheet also. Again, input sheet. Control space config and input sheet dot to string, and read range you should keep it as a blank because whole data you are reading. Now we have to store this data to table. So just check whether any data table variable is there. So in our variable panel yeah, transaction data, that variable is available, so you can directly assign transaction data to our data table. So we have stored all the values to transaction data table. Add one log message at the end of this read range activity that we have completed reading data added to data table. So that is the thing we have to do in init first run task. Now second configuration that we have to do in initialization state is we have to initialize the application. So just click on this invoke init all application workflow. Invoke open workflow, we have only log message. So now what we need to initialize our application, that is UI demo app. So just take one sequence and write opening UI demo app and logging. So first we need to take one activity, that is open application. In open application, first we need to start this application UI demo. Indicate window on screen, just click on here. Now in file name already we have given the path, so that path we have to enter. In config, the path is input app. You should copy and paste the path because there might be spelling mistake. Click on OK. Now path is given to app. Two activities we need to take. First one is a type into. If we are using get credential, it will take too much time, so I'm trying to complete as early as possible because within a short time of span. That's why I'm taking directly the value, hard coded value. You should take get credentials and you should enter the values, but for time being I'm taking this type into activity. Just indicate on username, hard coded value I'm taking, that is a username is admin, small admin, and second value, that is a password. Again here I'm taking hard coded value. My target is you must understood this RA framework in short time. That's why I'm taking this hard coded value. Understanding is important. And lastly, take one activity as a click. Click on this login. So that is the part of initialization. So our initialization phase is completed. First initialization is done. Now import arguments. There are no input arguments, so no need to change anything. Now you can see there are no any errors in initialization phase since our first phase is completed. Now moving towards second state of this RA framework, that is get transaction data. So in get transaction data, since whenever we are using queue, and RA framework is basically made for queue, we need to change certain activities in this get transaction data state. Now you can find transaction item is nothing, so since it is used for queue, you need to re-enter this nothing. Just click at side and then again click on and just write nothing. Your error will be removed. Note, most of times you are suffering this errors, so just click at just clear all this nothing and click at side activity and then click on that and enter nothing, so your errors will be removed. So you can see there are no any errors. Now in get transaction data, we have to configure, we have to change certain data types. So first thing we have to change, that is, since we are using data row, this get transaction item is not required because for queue we require that. And second thing, in arguments, if transaction item is queue item, then you should change that in data row. So that all of you should remember. Now in get transaction data state, what we have to change, we have to make one condition, that is, if transaction number is less than our transaction data count, transaction data dot rows dot count. This condition is used because let's consider our transaction number starts from 0, and if we have a 10 rows in our data, so this condition will end till our transaction number is 10. Transaction number is 9. After 10 it will not satisfy the condition, it will come to this else part. So in else part we will write transaction item is equal to nothing. So take one assign activity and we write transaction item is, our transaction item is nothing. Okay, so when there are no items in our data, it will come towards else. In assign out transaction ID, you have to just enter transaction item, our transaction item, that is equal to transaction data, and in transaction data we are passing transaction number 1 2 3 4, whatever the number of transactions we have. That is the first field. In second field, transaction field 1, you can just write down transaction item dot item, and whatever the first, that is optional. If we want to write, then we can write, otherwise can make it as blank. So first field is a cash in, so we just enter here as a cash in. We can copy paste to avoid errors. So now transaction get transaction data is ready. Let's check. In assign out transaction ID, you have to just enter transaction item, our transaction item, that is equal to transaction data, and in transaction data we are passing transaction number 1 2 3 4, whatever the number of transactions we have. That is the first field. In second field, transaction field 1, you can just write down transaction item dot item, and whatever the first, that is optional. If we want to write, then we can write, otherwise can make it as blank. So first field is a cash in, so we just enter here as a cash in. We can copy paste to avoid errors. So now transaction get transaction data is ready. Let's check. Now after configuration of workflow, second important thing you should not forget, that is the import argument. So in import argument, what we have to say, our transaction item, just click control space and give the transaction item variable, that is a transaction item. After that click OK. Now after configuration of workflow, second important thing you should not forget, that is the import argument. So in import argument, what we have to say, our transaction item, just click control space and give the transaction item variable, that is a transaction item. Again you can see there is a error, so just go to the catch section. In catch section we have a transaction item is equal to nothing, just clear that nothing, click on side, again click add that text box and just once again write nothing. So error is removed, just save it. So our get transaction data, all errors are removed and two states are ready. Now third state we want to configure, process transaction. In process transaction, again first task is check variable whether there is data row. Yes, we have changed and that is data row. Now second thing what we have to do, we have to just go to the workflow, process workflow, check variable arguments. Yeah, you can see in transaction item is queue item, firstly change it in to, that is a data row. So first task we have completed. Now what we have to do, we have to enter the values in our UI demo app. That is, we have to enter cache in, on a check, not on a check, and then we have to click on accept. So just take one activity, that is a sequence we can take, and we are processing the item. So take one attach application, that is attach window, indicate on our application, and just click take activities, like type into, we need 3 type into activity, and 1 click activity. Now this just indicate on first one, indicate on second one, indicate on third one, and finally click on accept. Done. Write down what value it should enter. So transaction item dot item, and first value is, we should copy and paste, cache in dot to string. Second value is on a check. So again in transaction item dot item, copy paste dot to string. Here again in transaction item dot item, not dot to string. So our task is, processing task is done. Just save, go to main. Next thing, we have to import the arguments. So in data row, just by using control space, give the variable as a transaction item, save. So there are no any errors in invoke process workflow. Let's check in cache. Here workflow, we have to enter transaction item. Now our processing is done, but the errors we can see, these errors are in set transaction status. So in finally block we have this invoke set transaction status workflow, and we have to again configure this invoke set transaction workflow. So in this workflow, just open workflow. If our transaction is successful, then we have to write the status here. If there is a business exception, we have to write the code here, and if there is a system exception, we have to write there. So first task that we have to check whether our argument is queue type. If there is queue type, then change it into data row. That is first task that we have done. Now you can see there are certain errors. So in success, there is a condition in transaction item is not nothing, and also transaction item dot get type, etc. So don't think about all these things. Just change UiPath dot core dot queue item into system dot data row. Only the change you want to do is that's the one. And in place of set transaction status, just delete that and take one write sale activity, workbook activity. You should check place workbook activity and give the path where we should write the status. Already we have Excel file, and the name of sheet, again we have to check our config file. Input file is the name of our path of our file, so give that path dot to string. Then in place of sheet, write down again in config the sheet name is, again copy paste input sheet. And what value you want to write, you just write suppose success. That's it. So we have done success part. Firstly we'll just complete the success part, and then we'll think about this business exception. Just comment here so there will not be any error. You should move step by step so that you can get where we are stucking. So in set transaction status, now second task is import argument. So in import argument in data row there is nothing, so just change that in transaction item. Okay, now our all errors are removed in all states. Just save and run. We'll get the required output. After that click OK. Now our now let's run the project and see the result. Yeah, reading that data to data table, logging, yeah, well, perfect. Cache in, on a check, not on a check, yeah, great, done. Yeah, it's working well. Let's check the output. Just stop here only. So in data folder we have a transactions file. Yeah, our values are successful. Now we can check by certain business exceptions. If we'll put here in place of integer, we will put the string value like ABC, then there should be business exception that we can handle in set transaction status business exception. So you can set the conditions in process state, and in business exception, in place of set transaction status, we can throw business exception. So we can do that also, but for time being, that's it for this RA framework without Q, that is with Excel. Thank you so much for watching this video.